In spite of continuous advances in developing renewable energy sources, the cheapest power still comes from fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas. But since burning fossil fuels releases CO2, scientists are trying to find the most efficient and least costly methods for capturing the gas and storing it away from the atmosphere. The Technology Center in Mongstad, Norway, TCM for short, is the largest facility in the world for testing the new technologies on an industrial scale. Chairman Tore Amundsen says since its start in 2012, the $1 billion plant has produced valuable knowledge.
We learned about selection of materials, we learned about design models, that has been improved considerably through these tests. And we learned a lot about operations of a facility, which is a fairly large facility.
Amundsen says there are other things to be learned about operating large-scale plants designed to capture CO2 from power stations.
Simple things like how to start it up, how to run it at different loads, and how to close it down again. And simple things like that we didn't have any experience with on beforehand.
TCM is connected to a nearby power plant as a source of exhaust fumes, which are treated with various chemical solvents.
And the solvent attracts the CO2 molecules from the exhaust gas. And then we take the chemical with the CO2 molecules and boil off the CO2, so to speak, so that we can then separate the CO2 from the solvent that we used and reuse the solvent again to capture more CO2.
The aim is to capture 90% of the CO2. Amundsen says the process is still costly.
With the current state of technology, it is something that will increase the cost of electricity between perhaps 30 to 40% when the technology is applied on a power plant.
The best solution for storing the captured gas is to pump it into underground cavities left after the extraction of oil or natural gas, where it can stay for eternity. Ironically, the Technology Center Mongstad does not pump the CO2 it captures underground. Instead, it releases it into the atmosphere. Amundsen says the technology is affordable now only to highly developed industrial nations. So far, only Canada has a large-scale coal-fired power plant that pumps the harmful gas underground. Other countries are building similar plants. George Putich, VOA News, Washington.